Hello everyone. Hello, Nenewa here. Angela Nenewa here. Hi, we're here for the Tourism Virtual Summit, and our headline is the business of tourism in Nigeria. And today I have someone who's so special to me. I mean, she's really special, whether she believes or not. I have Stephanie Obi, the queen of online courses. Hey.
Hi, Nana. Thank you for having me.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Please tell us more about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us more about yourself.
So my name is Stephanie Obi. Like Nana said, I help people to create, launch, and sell online courses. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. What else? I work online. Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay, so we'll start with our questions. So the first question is, please, for those who don't know, tell us what an online course is.
All right. So an online course is a training that is delivered online.
Simple.
Some high level summary. It's a training that's delivered online. So normally, if you wanted to learn something, you would attend a workshop, a physical workshop to learn it. But now with online courses, you no longer have to be physically present to learn that thing. You can watch videos teaching you how to get a particular result online. So my more in-depth explanation is that an online course is a set of trainings that solve a particular problem for a particular set of people who might be all across the world. So when you create an online course solving a particular problem, people in different cities, in different countries, different locations can pay for your online course. You give them access to the username and the password, and then they watch it. So do you see how powerful this is? You're no longer restricted to people who live in your city. When you create a product that anybody, anywhere can buy. This is the amazing thing about online courses. So it's a training product that anybody, anywhere can buy to learn from you.
Okay, you said something. The online courses, it solves a specific problem. So it has to be a specific problem that is solving. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, for the tourism industry, why is it important to start building an online course in the tourism industry? Why is it important to start building an online course?
Because people are asking questions. So if anybody's asking questions, if anybody's researching the topic, what it means is that they are looking for training resources, on that thing. So if you know it, if you're qualified, if you have expertise, if you've done it for so long, it means that you can actually teach what you know. So this is an extra stream of income that you can easily just add to whatever you're doing now and start making money from it. And the thing about this thing is that people are already making money from online courses in the tourism industry. It's just you that have not yet started. It's just you that are doing it yourself. People are already making so much money from online courses. So if you know anything and you can teach anything, believe me, people are out there looking for it, but they haven't found it yet. When I created my first online course, it was on accessories. I used to make Ankara accessories, and I have one here. It's very. So I used to make this kind of accessories. Wow. So yeah. So if you live in Lagos or in Nigeria, these things were really common at the time. Yeah. So we all used to make it and we all used to sell it. But guess what? People all over the world were looking for how to make this thing. And so when I started teaching it, people found me online, and then they paid for my classes. So it's the same thing. If you're in tourism industry and you know something, there are people out there who are looking for that information, and they will pay you if you have taken the time to create lessons, and your lessons are delivered in a step-by-step curriculum, step-by-step manner that's easy to follow. Because one of the challenges people have is that we now have Google. Yeah. And what it means is that we have so much information now. Not everybody has time to sit down and start reading through all that content and trying it out. Some people are looking for results quick, and they want somebody who has figured it out and who can tell them how to get results quickly. So if you've gotten results in anything in your tourism business, people are out there looking for that thing, and they will pay you for it. like if you see the kind of examples that I've found in tourism business, it's amazing. It's just amazing. What's possible? Really, it's amazing. Yeah.
Thanks for saying that, because most of us in the industry, we feel that there's nothing really much to teach online, that because people can easily just go on the internet and actually check on it. But like you said, even me myself, if I want to go and learn something, I look for someone who has done it. So the person will teach me step by step. So I'm ready to pay that person instead of going through the stress of trying to get all the information. So why can't I get one person who I'll pay, who sort it out? So if you have people in the tourism industry who have an issue that people are looking to solve, go ahead, start an online course. Go to Stephanie Obi. I should teach you how to start an online course in that.
Thank you, Nene. Thank you.
All right. Yes. So our next question. So there are definitely processes to go through to start an online course, right? So what are the processes one must go through to start creating an online course in the tourism field?
So there are 5 major steps. 5 major steps. 5 major steps to create an online course. 5 major steps to create an online course.
Oh,
so let's start with the first one.
Okay.
The first one is that you have to pick a topic. The first step, you have to pick a topic. And tourism on its own is so broad. Like, it's so broad. You can't say, I want to create an online course on tourism. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Because tourism is so broad. Under tourism, what are the issues what are the topics under tourism? So there are topics like travel blogging, there are topics like hospitality, topics like language, how to speak a language in a particular country that your clients are traveling to. There's topics like how to design a tour package, how to plan a destination wedding, how to become an effective tour guide, marketing strategies for your tourism business, topics like where should people go to, what should they do when they get there. All these are questions people are asking, and so you need to ask yourself, what do I really know? What question do people always ask me all the time? Because if you check, people are asking the same question over and over and over and over and over again, and it means that there are people who really need that result. So what is the mini topic I would take under tourism and own it? All right. There's nobody that knows everything, but we all know something particularly well. So what is that thing that you know particularly well? Pick it. If it's that you have a travel blog and you've been able to make money from it, pick that. If it's that you've been a tour guide and you know how to help people to have an amazing time, pick that. If it's that you know how to speak a particular language and people don't know how to speak that language and are traveling there for the first time, pick that. If it's that you've done destination weddings, and you've organized those kind of weddings and stuff like that, pick that. But pick the thing that is unique to you, because you want to find what is the thing that you can say is your strength, and other people can't really do. You see, what is your own call to fame? What do you say that, I've achieved, I have results in? Pick that one. All right. So even though you know a little about everything, pick the one you know more about. So pick a topic. The second step is now to ask yourself, okay, what is the question people are always asking me? What is the pain point that they have? What is the results that they want to achieve? And what kind of content will I create to help them to achieve that result? So that's where you're creating your curriculum now. This is to help my client to get this result. The first thing I'll do is to teach them this. Second thing I'll do is to teach them this. Third thing I'll do is to teach them that. So write a step-by-step guide so that anybody can easily follow it. First of all, brainstorm all your ideas, put them all on paper, then start arranging it. The first thing that they should know is this. Second thing they should do is this. Third thing they should do is this. Another point I want to emphasize is that your online course has to be actionable. So don't just give people information and say, you should know this, you should know this, you should know this. They should be taking steps. They should be doing exercises. They should be doing the work as you are leading them on. Make it actionable. At the end of every lesson that you give them exercises that they should do. Because as they do these exercises, they'll be having issues, they'll be having questions, and they can come to you for help. And this is the second reason people really pay for online courses. They want hand-holding. They want somebody who can guide them, who can answer their question. And so you make yourself available to answer these questions. And if you answer their question and they eventually get results, your online course will be so valuable. You see, you will help some people to get results, and they'll give you glowing testimonials, and that will increase the number of sales you actually make. So structure your content into modules and lessons. I'll explain what modules are. Modules are major steps people need to take. Major steps. Then the lessons are everything they need to achieve that major step. No matter how small it is to you, record it, teach it, because people are struggling with the small things. All right? So record those lessons and give them exercises. The best mode of content, what I strongly recommend people should do, is video, because many people are visual. We learn when we see something. All right, we learn when we are seeing. So if you do video engages the eyes. Now, another set of people are oral. They learn when they hear. They can just be listening to an audio and they are learning it. So, but video also incorporates visual, the eyes and the ears. So when someone is learning through video, they can see and they can hear. And so the oral learners learn, the visual learners learn. So then there's some people who learn by doing. They learn until they have a practical session, they cannot learn it. So when you give them your exercises, they can now practice what you have just taught them, and so they learn. Do you see? So that's why I always recommend a combination of video, where you can engage the eyes and the ears, and then exercises at the end to make it practical. Some people will think that, I understood what she said. Oh yeah, do it now. So when they're doing the exercises, it now helps to implement what they've just learned. So that's the second step. Create your course curriculum, design your content. The third step is that you start growing your audience, because as much as you want to teach and impact lives, and people have to buy it. So you have to have an audience you're speaking to who will say, this is the pain, this is my problem, I want the problem to be solved. So find your audience, find your tribe, start growing it. And you may look at people who have built an audience of 100,000 and say, oh my God, where am I going to start from? Let me tell you something. Everybody started from zero. Everybody started from zero. We all started from zero, but it is the dedication, the commitment, the consistency that keeps you moving. There are tons of strategies you can use to grow your audience. There are tons of strategies you can use, but what I want you to get at first is that I can do it. I want you to believe that you can do it. I have a voice the world needs to hear. I have something to offer to people. No matter whether I've not achieved so much yet, what I've achieved is enough, and I can start impacting lives at my level. I told you that I launched my first online course when I was only 26. I was only 26, and at that point, I said, you know what? I'm just going to talk to people who want to start an accessories business. I'm going to build that audience, and I'm going to start with that. Yesterday, I went somewhere and I met a lady who told me, Stephanie, I've been following you from the accessories days. I don't even do accessories anymore. But that community is still there. You see, we're still growing that community. So the third step is to start growing your community actively. Because one, you're going to sell products to them. Two, you're going to be helping them for free. The fourth step is that you start planning your launch, start planning your marketing. And this is the challenge a lot of people have. If you're talking about creating an online course, a part of you wants to impact lives. That's why you're doing it. A part of you wants to help other people succeed. But because you feel that way, you don't feel you should put yourself out there. You don't feel you should market yourself. You don't feel that you should try to say, I'm selling, because people say, why are you looking for money? Money is not everything. So a part of you will resist that. But look, if you don't put yourself out there, the people who need you cannot find you. People who need you can't find you. And a good example I always tell is, if you know that AIDS kills a lot of people, HIV/AIDS, okay? If you had the solution to HIV/AIDS, will you say, let me just stay in my house? I don't want to put myself out there. Let the people who need my help come and look for me in my house. Do you see that that's wickedness? It's wickedness, because you're not saying, the person who will soon die of AIDS does not know where I am. Let me go out there so that she can find me and I can come to her rescue. There will always be people who tell you, why should you be marketing? Why should you be selling this thing? Why can't you do it for free? There will always be that set of people. And then there will always be a set of people who value your knowledge and who tell you, thank you. Thank you for choosing to share your knowledge with us, because you didn't have to. You can keep it to yourself and not be making money from me by yourself.
Yeah.
But you decide to share knowledge with other people, and there are people who will tell you, thank you for doing that, you've changed my life, and the money I paid for this online course is nothing compared to the value that I've been able to get from it. So don't be afraid of marketing your solution. It's a solution. You see, you're solving real life problems for people. So, but you need to sit down and map out a marketing strategy. How am I going to get people to know about me? How am I going to get people to know about my solution? How am I going to get people to buy? What will I say to people? And it's work. Like you sit down there and you design how you're going to sell. And I take time to talk about marketing strategies because if you don't plan to make money, you're already planning to fail.
Yeah.
And it's painful. Failure
very painful. Yeah.
Painful. So, but you can avoid all that by taking the time to plan how you're going to market it. Then the last step is creating the content, recording the videos, creating the workbooks, the exercise guides, building your online course platform where you're going to host your online courses. And you might think that, this should come before. Why is it coming last? It comes last because your content might take you a while to build. All you just need to do is to create a content creation calendar where you say, I have 15 lessons to create. I'm going to create the first 3 lessons this week. I'll create the next 3 lessons next week, because I believe that you're doing other things to your life. Like maybe you're taking care of your family, you have a full-time business, you have a 9-to-5 job, you're doing so many other things. So it might be difficult to find the one-time slot to just record all 15 lessons at a go. But you can spread it across, while you're still marketing, while you're still grow your audience, you can start building your content by the side so that when you're ready, your content would be ready. So that's what I always advise. Don't put yourself under so much pressure to create your online course. My signature online course, Custom Delivered, it took me 3 months to create the lessons, 3 months to record the videos, because I couldn't just sit down in one go and do bang, 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 bang. I was sharing a lot of content. And so I needed time to take my time to properly do it well. So it took me a period of 3 months. But by that time, let's say by the time I was recording lessons for my fourth module, I already had clients who were taking module 1.
Wow.
You see. Yeah, so you can actually pre-sell your course. You can sell your course before it's completed, so that gives you that tests your idea. Will people actually pay for this thing? So once you do it that way, you are sure that people will actually pay for your solution. Yeah, so those are the 5 steps. I'm going to recap. The first step is to pick your course topic. Second step is to structure your course outline, create your curriculum. The third step is to grow your course audience. The fourth step is to plan your marketing launch for your course, like the marketing plan for your launch for your course. The fifth step is to create your content, set up your online school, and you're good to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, awesome. See, Stephanie, you've broken this down. You've now let people know why they should actually start an online course in the tourism industry. There's so much information in the tourism industry. A lot of people are asking questions. I know, because why is it very good to start now? Because the tourism industry is still it's a bit virgin. People are still trying to come into it and make the best of it, especially people from our set, the millennials like us, who are seeing the benefit of tourism now. So this is the best time for us to say, okay, let's start a tourism online course in Nigeria that will also go all over the world. So thank you for these 5 steps. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so my next question.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one more thing. The first time, I'm going to add something there. I'm going to add something to that about it being the best time to launch your online course. So the first time you launch your online course, because you're new, I don't really have a large audience, you may only get 10 people. I always say aim for 10. If you don't really have like a large following, aim for 10. Okay, get those 10 people, help them get results, get testimonials, market that same online course again. If those 10 people are talking about your online course, so you're not the only voice talking about your online course now. Is you plus those 10 people. When you talk about your online course, more people will hear about you, Yeah. More people will want to get the results that you have gotten for them, and you yourself, you have been growing your audience. The next time you launch it again, you may get 30 people, you may get 40 people. This is the second time you're launching it. The next time you launch it again, you might get 50, 60, 70. The next time you launch it again, you might get more people. So the earlier you start, the better. Don't think that, oh, my first online course, I have to do BOA. The first time, just aim for 10. Just aim for 10. Now, my clients have gone ahead to get so much more, but I'm saying, if you just even say, worst case scenario, let me just get 10. Because of the nature of online courses, you can keep reselling it. You can keep relaunching that online course. It will keep growing it will keep growing in the number of clients you get. It will keep growing in impact. You can even keep increasing your prices as you get more and more testimonials and results. So the best time to start is actually now. It's actually now, because by this time next year, in 1 year's time, you would have grown. Your audience would have grown. Your clients would have grown. And all those things will help you to earn more money from online courses.
Yeah, that's very true. Thanks a lot for pointing that out, because it's very important people know that. Because people expect that when they start, they should get like 20 people because they've done 3 months, 4 months of training, and they've done everything, they packed everything, so they assume they must get like at least 20. So thanks for pointing that out, that people should not expect much, but they should make sure that whoever they get on board, that they must make sure they help them get results, so that they will be their referral to other people to come to their courses. So thanks for pointing that out. Okay, Steph, so the next question is this. You have your course, this is your course called the Course Launch Deliver, right? You mentioned it even when you were telling us the 5 steps. Please, can you tell us more about this, your course?
Okay, so it's a 90-day program that takes people through the process of creating, launching, and selling online courses. So everything that I described in the 5 steps, we literally handhold you. We're doing it together, and we go through it over a period of 90 days. During those 90 days, there are so many lessons and exercises that you take to help you to successfully create and launch your online course. And we go into some level of detail. Yeah, that's what we do in the program.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Then please tell us more about your Find Your Gold.
Let me on my own.
First and foremost.
Right, thank you,
Nene. First and foremost, I want to say I'm very proud of you. I've been following you from 2006. Yes, I've been following Steffi for 2006. I remember I came for your first live workshop in 2017, and I left there confused, because as tourism was a new industry that people were beginning to take serious, and I didn't know what kind of course I could do. So I left there confused. But you now did a course called Find Your Voice. And man, that course opened me. I mean, it opened me, and you taught me how to build my website from the scratch. I built my website from that course, Find Your Voice. I started learning how to get audience. I started learning how to get my audience online on Instagram, Facebook. I started growing my audience from that Find Your Voice. I learned a lot from that your course. And I've been following you. I have some other courses I've done. I've even, your virtual summit that you did on online courses, I bought it. And it's from there I'm learning how to do my own. So I've learned a lot from you. Yes, I've not started my own online course because, like I said, tourism is still new, and I'm just trying to find a niche I can start my own course in. But with this virtual summit, I'm learning so much, and I think I have an idea of the course I'll do. So I will probably come on board for your Course Launch Deliver course next year by God's grace. So let's see how it goes. So, I finished about myself and you. Tell us about this, your book. Tell us more about this, your book. And how we can buy it.
So I wrote a book called Knowledge is the New Gold. Because
yes, baby.
If you notice, I don't know if I told my story about how I really started. Mm-hmm. I kind of stumbled into online courses. So I was making Ankara accessories. I decided to start doing trainings. I organized a workshop in my house. Nobody came. I started which is another story for another day. Nobody came. I cried and cried. I know after I cleaned my tears, I realized that I did not market it properly. So I that's why I'm so passionate about online marketing, because you know that is a game changer.
Yeah.
So I started learning how to market my business, and I started getting clients. All right. And people started reaching out to me from different states. Oh, Stephanie, I want to learn how to make Ankara accessory, but I don't live in Lagos. At the time, I had a 9 to 5. I couldn't travel to all these different cities. And so I decided to create an online course. And I did it in 2013. It was an experiment, but I was surprised to see the results. People paid for my online courses. And it was in 2013. Not the internet was still very, very, very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody had smartphones. People still paid, and then they were paying from different countries. You know, I was like, wow, these people found me online, and so they Googled Ankara accessories. They found me and they paid for my online course, and it was an eye opener. What I did not realize was that online education industry was one of the fast and upcoming industries. So at that time, it was valued at $107 billion. $107 billion. So people who are doing online courses, you know, on the total, we are earning $107 billion. And it is going to keep growing. They have said that in 2025, it's going to grow to $325 billion. And let me tell you something. In Africa, we haven't even started. I've paid for online courses from people overseas. The online course I paid for, it was $2,000. And when I got there, I saw Nigerians there. I paid for another online course. It was $1,000. When I got there, I saw Nigerians there. So Nigerians, we've been consuming. We have been consuming. We are part of the people who are contributing to that plenty money. Yeah. But in here, we are not creating online courses. And so because we don't create online courses, our people who are struggling with the issues that we have, that they have, go and pay foreigners. Yeah. And let me tell you something people have told me. Stephanie, I paid for an online course, but I was not hearing the English that they were saying. Stephanie, I paid for an online course, but I wasn't, like, they were advanced. Like in their own countries, they have things like PayPal, this. In our country, we don't have those things here. I'm looking for how we can make it work, given our situation. Yeah. And so I found that I had a unique audience. Yep. Unique audience. And this is just in my topic. I don't know everything. I can't teach everything. I can only teach what I know. But there's this huge demand. There's this huge market all over Africa, and even Africans in the diaspora who are looking for people like them to learn from. And I'll tell you something that happened with the Wakanda movement. It was such a big success because there's a high level of underrepresentation. Yeah. Black people are not properly represented in the media, so in content. And so when there was a black superhero movie, everybody came out so excited.
Black director, black everything. Everything was black.
It's the same thing. When you come out as a black person teaching something, people will come to you because of your skin color. Because of the country you come from, because of your accent, all those things those things are unique to us. People will come to you for that because that market is nobody is speaking to them as such. So when I was starting out, some years ago, I was like, oh my God, I'm afraid of really going big in America or in the UK because I feel like, there are so many people already out there who listen to me. And the blacks in those countries kept telling me, we are looking for people like you. And it's humbling when I see people from those countries pay for my online courses because I'm like, what? So that's to tell you the magnitude of the market. We haven't scratched the surface. And so I'm creating awareness for this topic. And that's why I say knowledge is the new gold, because it's now gold. If you know anything, you can literally teach people how to achieve, to get that same result. All right? And most times you're already doing it for free.
Yes, that's very
Most times you're already doing it for free.
That's very true.
Yeah. So in the book, I talked about 3 different sections. The first part of the book, I was talking about this online courses. What is it? Because a lot of people don't understand what I'm doing. They don't understand how I'm working from home. Like, what's this guy doing? Okay. So first of all, explain what online courses mean. Like, and the business model behind it, why it's such a big success. And if you go into what people pay for it, because I hear all sorts of things. Oh, but there's YouTube. Why would anybody pay for my online course? And I'll tell you why people pay for online course. People want mentoring.
Yeah.
People want hand-holding. And so they want to be able to ask a human being questions, and a human being will answer them in return. And that's one of the reasons. All right. The second part of the book talks about mindset blocks. Oh, I'm not an expert. Who am I to teach? I'm not, and people who say these things are very qualified people who have gotten impressive results, and they say, oh, who am I to teach? I've not arrived. I'm not an expert. I'm not a techie. I'm not sure anybody will pay me. I don't have time. I'm camera shy. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. My accent is not phonetic enough. Like all sort of excuses people give. Oh, and these are real things that hold people back.
Yeah, that's true.
From sharing knowledge with the world. These are real issues that they may even be too embarrassed to talk about it. So I debunk all those myths, because those things are holding you back. In the last part of the book, we talked about the 5 steps you need to create and launch your online course. And so it's all here in this book. I don't think I didn't hold anything back. I just poured it out there. So guys, this is a good book. I will say this of myself. We don't have enough online business books. We don't even have enough business books by Africans. So it was I don't know if you heard my story when I was talking about it, about how I kept starting and stopping.
Yes, I was following you on Instagram, and I saw you say you will start today. Oh, you start tomorrow. I don't think it's an emotional book for me, because when I wrote the first 10,000 words, I said, "Who will read this book?" Those people, and those are things that everybody's going through. Yeah. But I eventually pushed through, and I wrote the book, and people are reading it now. So it's the same thing as you're launching your online course. You say, "Ooh, take this course." But if you push through, people will still pay for the online course. So but it's the creator's burden. We are very hard on ourselves, and so that stops us from creating. But do it anyway. Do it anyway. Yeah. Please, where can we buy your book? Recommend. Tell us where to buy it.
Right now, you can get it on our website, www.newgoldbook.com. You can get it at Latana if you live in Lagos. But if you live outside of Lagos, you can get it at www.newgoldbook.com. We deliver everywhere. Even if you live overseas, you can get it on Amazon.
Awesome. Okay, so our last question. Now, to encourage tourism practitioners, right? Please kindly mention some industries you have worked with to launch online course. People in different industries that you've helped to launch their online course.
People are launching online courses on everything. I don't know how to
Measure like five. Measure like five.
Okay. So there's a doctor who did an online course on how to breastfeed.
Wow.
Because some women have lactation issues.
Yeah.
Teaching another medicine. There's fashion. In the fashion industry, there's how to start how to run a bespoke business, how to run a retail business, how to run a ready-to-wear business, fashion line, how to prepare for prepare for exportation. So these are under fashion, different sports niches. There's parenting, how to parent teenagers, how to parent kids without shouting, relationship, how to communicate with your husband, how to
I should write this one.
I see all sorts of topics, and these are topics people are actually paying for. Under business, accounting, how to file your taxes, how to keep your books, how to understand financial statements. Under beauty, there's how to have a business, how to grow a YouTube channel, beauty YouTube channel, how to start a makeup artist business, how to get clients, marketing strategies for beauty practitioners. What else? And if you just call any industry, I'll just tell you what I call
manufacturing. I've seen one.
So there's so much.
Manufacturing is
yes, I even forgot that.
I was surprised.
We had someone who came on the program, and she learned how to be a profitable manufacturer.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and it was such a big hit.
It was. You know, when I saw it, I was like, wow, manufacturing, online course. That's awesome.
Nobody is teaching these topics, and there are people who are starting manufacturing businesses every day, and they don't know who to go to teach them how to successfully have a manufacturing business. So all sorts of things. People are teaching all sorts of topics. So don't worry, the market we've not even started. Like don't about saturation because it's not even started. There's still so much more. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Really, you've actually broken down a lot, and I hope people will be encouraged to actually start an online course in the tourism industry, because there's really nothing we have done in Nigeria, and of course, I'm sure other countries have. I for one, have paid for 2 travel blogging courses, one from US and one from UK. If I found one in Nigeria or Africa, I would have bought, but there was none. So if we can have people who do courses like that in Nigeria and Africa on any tourism or travel course, that would be really awesome. So thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's so I must say, and it's so, how I put it, humbling to just see you evolve and do all these interesting things, because I still remember the journey where we started from and where you are right now. I'm like, woo!
It's people like you that inspired me.
You. Well done, Nene. Well done.
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
Thank you. You are part of my success story, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, and you're still evolving. Like, you're still a journey in progress, and I'm just like the courage to just, I'm going to figure this thing out. I'm going to follow what makes me come alive. I'm going to follow what I'm passionate about, and I'm just going to do it afraid. And that's what I find a lot of people don't lack. But when you have that, what you're doing is so inspiring. And I'll tell you, because I can connect with what you're doing. When I was going into online courses, it was new. It was very new, and it was scary. What am I even doing? You be explaining this to people who don't understand what you're saying, and they'll be like, is that a job? Can't get a job. And it gets so. It used to be so discouraging. Like, and I used to cry. Nobody understands what I'm doing. But look, with time, it got better. And now I found myself in the middle of a blue ocean. So if you're in the tourism industry right now in Nigeria, you're in a blue ocean. And so please don't be discouraged. Don't be afraid. Just march on. March on. Right? Please.
Thank you.
Right now.
Thanks so much, Stephanie. All right, so let's wrap up. Thank you so much. So you guys, please, her book, go to our website and buy it. I'm going to put the link there so you can buy her book, and her cost launch deliver course program. I mean, reason why I'm not going on board, because I wasn't sure of the course to teach. Next year, I'm definitely going on board. So please, guys, click her link and learn from her. All right, Steph. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nene.